Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully mastering our home template. So here right now we segment it with our header, slider, that is the main content part, and also the footer, right? So now I want to update, that means I want to make it as a dynamic. So here that is one of the client portion. So here I want to load our brand. So previously I have already discussed about that things with you. If you go to right now here there is a mastering. If you go to our web, and with the web I have also created one of the category. I have already discussed about that things with you. There is a brand. So for the brand, if you want to access that brand all, so if you access it brand all like here after this, okay, so after this if you want to add that as a brand all, sorry, so here that is our brand all. So here you can see friend, that is our brand all page. So I have already added our this segment page, that means our brand also. From here you can add this brand, that is our choose image, right? So now I want to load this. I want to load these brand details in our this admin, and that is our content part. So as I told you friend, here I have already make it as a dynamic part, right? So now first of all I want to load it. So right now we don't need this. So here I want to load it. So if you want to do that work, first of all I want to update our this menu. Okay, so here if you want to update this menu, so I have already discussed about that things with you. Here we have to go to our right now better I remove everything. Okay, I remove everything, then it will be better. I remove it, and that is a slider. I also want to remove it. So to the back end, if you go to our view, that means there is a route, and then that is our body, and that is our admin related everything I have created into the admin folder, right? So to the admin folder here you can see there is a body, and that is our sidebar. So to the sidebar right now I want to update it. So that is our sidebar as a admin dashboard. That is our e-commerce. So right now that is actually our dashboard. So you can see that is actually the dashboard. So now I want to make it as a home. Okay, I want to make it as a home, and also there is another one. Better I want to make it little bit into the right side with using that shift and the tab. So then it should be better. Okay, I add it on here. So now I want to actually add this menu. That means that is actually all that menu. So now I want to change it. So here we don't need this. I remove it. I copy it. And here I paste it. I want to add some of the menu. So first of all, it will be as a slider menu. Okay, I will also make it our slider will be as a dynamic. From here we want to actually manage it. I also want to add another one as a home about section. I want to update, and then the home portfolio. Okay, that means that will be as a home portfolio will be updated from here, and then that will be our home brand. Okay, so here that will be as a brand. So this is the home brand. Here I want to load it. That means when you click as a home brand, then our home brand will be loaded in particular that position. So if you want to do that work, so here first of all we have to add our this route. So I have already created this route, right? So here I have already created this route. So that is our route name as a all brand, right? So now I want to actually add it. So here we don't need to do anything. I simply add it. So that will be our route. And route will be as our this one as a all brand. That means it should be return redirect to our route as a all brand. That means here it should be return redirect, and it is the all brand, the brand controller. I have created one of the method. So if you go to our all brand, that means our brand controller, that is a controller and the brand controller. Into the brand controller I have created one of the method. You can see there is a all brand. So into the all brand I have loaded as a return. I get all the data, take the things with this variable, and then I return view in our admin. There is a brand folder, and there is an index, right? That means that is in our view. That is the view. Into the admin folder, into the admin there is a brand folder, and here you can see friend, that is our index file. So that is the index file. Now I want to load it. Okay, that means right now I want to load our this portion in our this content area. So if you want to load this content area, what exactly you have to do? So if you go to our main index, so into the index here, I have also already discussed about that things with you. You can see there is a extended our admin master layout. So if you use that admin master layout, we'll get all that our these template related CSS and the JSS, and also there is another one as a section admin. So this section admin means that is our EL part. That means here it should be loaded, right? So now I want to update it. I copy it. Okay, I copy it. And now if you go to our body, that means that is our admin and that is our index. So that is the index page here. That is our default one. You can see that is our X layout. So here we don't need this. Better I want to remove everything. Okay, I remove everything. There is also X app layout. So that was by our before one. I remove it, and also from the footer. Here we don't need this. I remove it. Okay, so I remove it. Now I want to update that part. That means here it should be extended our this theme, that means our admin theme master, and then there is our section will be as admin. And also here we have to end it. So after this I want to end it as our this section, right friend? That means right now this part is our main dynamic part. Because into the master, admin master, here I have already updated this part. Here I have updated that our EL part, right? That means in particular this content area, right now our this index, that means our admin, that is our brand index will be loaded, right? So now I show you, if you now click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, and now if you go to our home brand, yes, you can see friend, that is actually magic. That means our sidebar is the same, our header part is the same, that is our footer part, but only our this part is updated. So that is the part I have declared that section with the admin, right? So now you can see it's now successfully loaded on here. Okay, so right now from here you can also insert it, and there is a choose file. And also they have the another file I also want to update, that is another one is the edit. You can see there is a edit page. So if you open it, edit page means if you click as the edit, into the edit here you can see it's now redirected to our this ID, and that is our another before template. So before template means here you can see there is actually the X app layout. So for the X app layout actually it's showing this like that way. So right now I want to actually change it. That means here I also remove it from here, and here I want to make it our this theme. I copy it, and also I want to make this portion will be our admin portion, and also here I want to end it. So here that means the end section. I hope friend you can understand that part, what exactly the things I did on here. So now this part will be loaded in our this admin section area. So now I want to finish it. So here also make that sure you remove it. So right now I want to use our this theme section. Okay, so that's all. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yes, you can see now with this mastering we actually get our appropriate everything. Okay, that means our sidebar, we get our, that is our header part, and that is our total header part, and that is our footer part. So only this ID, that means our admin ID is now become changed, and now that is actually our section admin ID. Okay, so everything is ready-made. I have already created this part. So now if you go to the home, so from here if you want to add new one, I name it as a Apple, or I make it as H and M. Okay, H&M, one of the brand. And now choose one of the file. So here right now I want to choose this one, open it, click as the add brand, and here you can see it's also showing our validation. That means here also you have to add some of the letter, at last the 4 character. So right now I make it as a Apple new, this type of one of the brand name. I choose one of the image, I choose this one, click as the add brand. Yeah, you can see it's now showing as a brand inserted successfully, and that is also display on here. So right now if you want to edit it, you can edit it. So everything I have already discussed about that things with you. So right now I load simply that things in our this dashboard area. Okay friend, So here, that's all you have to do. So now I want to actually visible it. That means from to the backend, there is all the data. So now I want to visible all the data in our home page. And that means if you go to our home, here, if you go to that home, into the home page layout, into the client portion, okay. So there have also one of the client portion. So here I want to visible it. So if you want to visible it, what exactly you have to do? You have to actually get this data, and also you have to pass it in particular that area. So if you want to pass it, if you do that work, so first of all, if you go to our web route, into the web route here, I load our home page. You can see I load our home page. So first of all, we have to actually get this our data, and here we have to pass it. Right, friend? Because that is our home directory. So if you want to do that work, I take one of the variable. I take one of the variable as a brand. Okay, brands, and then I want to use the DB, and then the table. I am using that query builder. So that is a table, and from which table I want to get all the data. I want to get all the data from our brands table. So into the brands table, that is all that our brands data. So now you can see that is actually our brands data. So now I want to actually take it. I copy it. So I want to get all the data from our brands table. So that is our brands table. And from to this brands table, I want to get all the data. So it will be as a get, right? So that is a get data. So I have already discussed about everything with you, friend. So now you can see right now we are using it. So I take all the data from our brands table and take the things with these variables. So now I want to pass this data in our home page. That means that is our home page, right? So here we have to pass it. So if you want to pass it, what exactly you have to do? You have to make it as a compact. Remember? So that is our compact. So with this compact, I want to pass this variable. Right, friends? So now we can actually access these brands in our home page. Right, so that is our home. If you go to right now our home page, that means that is actually our home page, right? So into the home page, you can see that is our client portion. So that is the client portion. So for the reasons here, I get all the data and pass it in our home page. So now we can actually access it into the home. So if you want to now visible it, so right now that is all that our clients data. So I make it as a brand. Okay, brands data. So that will be our showing. So here I only want to take one because here I want to add that for loop. So here we don't need this. So that is all the default one. I remove it. Okay. So I only want to take one. So in particular that position, what exactly you have to do? You have to add your one of the for each loop. Right. So now I add as a for each, and into the for each. So I have already passed that data. I pass it with the brands. So now I copy it, and now I name it with the brands. Okay, brands as brand. Okay, brand as brand, or whatever you want. If you want to make it as a row, you can actually change it. So now I want to visible our images. So if you want to visible that images, so now with this brand, we can actually visible it. So here we don't need to do anything. I remove total things. And here I want to do with this brand. With this brand, I want to access our database field name, as a brand image, right? So that is the image I want to visible. So here it will be as a brand underscore image, right? So friend, that's all you have to do. Now click as a save all, and also I didn't finish it. So also you have to finish it as a and for each, right? That is a and for each. Now click as a save all, and now I want to check it. If you now go to our site, click as a refresh. Yes, you can see, friend, it's now successfully display all that our brand images. So that's all the data actually now comes from this table, that is a brands table. So right now, if you want to change it, you can change it from here. Like right now, that is our image. So I want to change that image. That is the image. Click as edit. So I want to choose one of the new file, and right now I want to choose this one. Okay, so this one I open it, click as the update brand. Brand is successfully updated. Now go to our home. So you can see that is actually updated, right? So now also if you go here, so now it's not should be visible. Now click as a refresh. Yeah, you can see it's now successfully updated. So friend, here if you want to make it as a little bit large size, you have to update that image size. I hope you already remember that part. So here you have to add one of the style, and here you have to add that as a wide height. Okay, so now it's okay. So now it successfully comes everything from our admin panel. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it very much. So from here you can add new brand, or if you add it, automatically it's will be visible in particular that area. So how can do that work? I hope friend you already remembered that part. So I have already discussed about that things with you. So here we successfully complete that our brand part. So in our next video, I want to work for our this slider. Okay, so that means this slider. So in our home page, that is actually our slider. So into the slider area, they have some of the images, they have some of the title, they have some of the short description. So here if you want to make it as a dynamic, so how can make this dynamic? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.